How to make money in Forex. Hi, it's Charlie giving you Saturday's video. I've had a question from someone saying, how do you actually make money in Forex? Obviously, they're not a Forex trader. And what they do is they see that, oh, let's say I've got a euro dollar chart up here and it might move, 0.5% in a day. And they're like, well, how do you make money in that if it's only moving 0.5% in a day? Yeah, it's called this thing called trading in lots. So you're trading in contracts here, much like if you were trading a contract on the S&P in the S&P futures. If you're trading in the S&P futures, if I bring my pen up, then you're trading at on the E-mini futures. You're trading, I think it's at $5 per point, or per tick, should I say? So $5 per 0.25 of a move on the S&P. So you're getting this thing called leverage, and it's the same thing when you're trading currencies. So it doesn't matter if a currency actually only moves 0.5% in a day or 1% in a week. It's the points moves that are more, or pips as we call it in currencies, which is important. So if you're trading one lot, so if you're trading one contract is what we call one lot in Forex, and that is equal to roughly $10 per pip. Okay, per pip, or point, if you want to just call it. We'll keep it nice and simple for you there. So per pip, that's $10 per pip. So if a market moves up 10 pips, then there you go. It may have only moved 10 pips on the chart, but you've made $100 at one lot. Okay, and now the nice thing is that you can trade a lot less than one lot. In fact, you can go to 0.01 of a lot, which is the equivalent of 10 cents roughly, depending on the currency pair that you're trading. 10 cents per pip. So for every pip. So if you've only got a very small account, then you can still make sure your risk management is okay, because we advise that you only risk a maximum of, let's say, 1% risk per trade. So you can do that whether you've only got $1,000 in a trading account or $100,000 in a trading account. The nice thing with trading FX is that you can position size correctly, so that you're not taking on too big a risks. So then you can then get an idea to see how you can make money in the currency markets, because you're trading with a bit of leverage, but you can still manage your risk, which is way better than most people who trade things like cryptos, which carry way more risk, because you've got execution risk as well as just trade risk, because of the lack of liquidity at times in cryptos. We've seen that happen time and time again, and the lack of regulation as well. So like the FTX situation that happened a few months ago. So the nice thing with trading currencies is, one, your money's safe. You're in a regulated environment. If you choose to be in a regulated environment, there's loads of highly regulated jurisdictions and therefore brokers. So your money's safe. You're never going to lose your money and all of that stuff that can happen elsewhere with other investments. And you can manage your risk on every single trade that you take. So much like trading stock index futures, S&P futures, Dow futures, whatever, then there's a lot of protocols in place to protect you from a regulatory perspective, but also you can manage your risk on a trade by trade basis. So there you go. It's a very simple explanation of how you actually can go about making money or how traders make money in FX. It's because of leverage. But people then think, oh no, leverage, that's dangerous. No, it's not, because you use the correct amount of leverage. If you're only risking a given percentage of your account per trade, then you've got all of that under control. And yet you can still be making very good gains on an annualized basis trading FX without taking on all the other risks that you can end up taking on when you're involved in certain other markets as well. So it's very good as a trading vehicle, much like if you're trading stock indexes as well, or even things like gold. Then they're very similar in that way. So just all you have to do is use things like stop losses and calculate your positions, the correct position management, so that you're not taking on too much risk per trade, and therefore you're trading responsibly as you go through the year. Hopefully that gives you some, for those of you who are not familiar with FX, gives you a little bit, a very, very high level indication as to how you can make money from trading a market which may actually only move around at times 0.5% in a day. And people say, well, how do you make money from that? That's how. It's leverage, but done responsibly. Take care. Have a lovely Saturday. I'll see you next week.